There's a stillness in the way the night unfolds, like a secret slowly being told, not in words but in the air, and the weight of being there. I stand within that quiet space, feeling something I can't trace, yet it moves me all the same, like a soft internal flame. I don't need to amplify, I exist and multiply. In the calm I come alive, letting deeper layers rise. And the more I let it be, the more it sets me free from the need to be defined by the limits of the mind. Every motion becomes a sign of a truth I can't confine to a label or a role. It's a movement of the soul. I let go of what I knew to discover something new in the silence of the night, where everything feels right. Not a path that's clearly shown, not a place that's widely known, just a state I've come to find somewhere deep within the mind. I don't need to amplify, in the quiet I can fly, and within this endless space I finally embrace. Rain paints reflections on a midnight avenue, streetlights bending into something almost new. Engines fade into a distant lullaby, while I rewrite the meaning of a passing night. Every surface catches fragments of my form, like I carry both the calm and hidden storm. No urgency, no need to overplay, just letting presence slowly lead the way. Windows glow with silhouettes unknown, yet somehow every shadow feels like home, as if the city learned my silent code and opens paths along the roads I chose. I don't follow lines already drawn, I exist where shapes are torn. Every second redefined, leaving expectations far behind. No applause, but still it grows in space nobody knows. And the deeper that I go, the more the unseen starts to show. Footsteps echo, but they never sound the same. Each one carrying a slightly altered frame, because I change within each passing breath, turning story neatly told. It's a presence in between, every place you've never seen. I don't follow lines already drawn. I create and move along. And when the night dissolves away, the echo chooses still to stay. Reflections, neon skies, digital stars and coded eyes. Every step leaves trails of light, glitching softly through the night. Holograms begin to bend as reality starts to blend. I move steady through the frame, undefined but never tame. I'm a signal they can't trace, a living line of shifting grace. In this world of endless code, I become my own mode. No past, no fixed design, only motion redefined. And in every pulse I show a future only I can know. Screens flicker as I pass, turning moments into glass. Fragments forming something new. Every angle shifts the view. Time dissolves in silent waves, breaking all the forms you gave, leaving only what is real in the way I choose to feel. There's no limit, no control, only evolution of the soul. And in this endless streaming light, I rewrite what's wrong or right. I'm a signal they can't trace, flowing through electric space. And when the system fades away, I'm the core that chose to stay. The elevator opens to a quiet storm of light. Reflections climbing walls and polished silver white. I step into a space that hums without a sound, where every single movement seems to echo all around. No one speaks directly, but the language fills the air, measured in the angles and the way that people stare. I let the moment stretch, I never rush the frame, because presence isn't something you can never fake or claim. Every breath is calculated, every glance refined, like a living sculpture shaped inside my mind. Not built for their approval, not designed to please, but somehow every motion brings them slowly to their knees. I don't arrive, I just appear, like a vision drawing near. No announcement, no display, still I take the light away. In the silence I expand, like a force they understand. far deeper than design. It's the calm inside the chaos, it's the stillness in the fire, it's the quiet understanding that you've already gone higher. No mirrors needed now, I know exactly who I am. Not a copy of a vision, not a part of any plan. Just a moment and expansion, just a presence in the flow. Something they can recognize but never truly know. I don't arrive, I just appear, leaving something lingering here. And even when I fade away, the echo chooses still to stay. City lights spill across the glass like liquid gold. Engines humming rhythm with the stories never told. I step out slow, let the silence draw the line. Every heartbeat syncing perfectly with time. No crown on my head, yet the room shifts when I move. Like gravity forgot what it was meant to prove. Eyes tracing every thread, every fold that I wear. But it's the confidence they feel drifting through the air. No introductions, no names in the dark, just reflections chasing every spark. Footsteps echo down the marble hall, and for a second I feel taller than them all. I walk like the night was made for me, like the skyline bends to let me breathe. Every shadow follows where I go, leaving whispers in a silver glow. No applause, no cameras in sight, still I own every inch of the light. Moments fade, but the feeling stays, etched in the silence of these hallways. Mirrors multiply the versions of my face, each one carrying a different kind of grace. Fabric catching in the quiet breeze, like it's dancing to a song nobody sees. People talking lower tones behind my back, but admiration hides in every crack. And though they try to look away, their eyes return before they even notice day. Maybe tomorrow I'll be just another name, but tonight the air remembers how I came. Through doors that once were closed and cold, now opening wide as the night unfolds. I walk like the night was made for me, like the skyline bends to let me breathe. Every step becomes a memory, a moving piece of living artistry. Soft velvet curtains and the scent of perfume, footsteps whispering through a gilded room. Crystal chandeliers tremble overhead, casting fractured halos where I tread. Every gaze lingers just a second too long, like they're trying to memorize a passing song. But I keep moving, calm and composed, brush lightly against cool glass, watching unfamiliar faces pass. These speaking smiles and coded looks, like characters stepping out of books. But in the mirror I catch my own eyes, reflecting truths and quiet lies. And for a second I almost laugh at how I've learned to play this path. I glide through rooms like a drifting flame, not chasing glory, not chasing fame, just moving through a painted frame, and somehow never feeling the same. Rain slides slowly down the window of the car, blurring every distant light into a star city, breathing in a rhythm deep and low, like it knows exactly where I'm meant to go. Door swings open, silence cuts into the street. Heels connect precisely with the steady beat. Every movement like a secret being told, in a language made of confidence and gold. No one knows the hours hidden in the dark, where I built this calm and learned to leave a mark. Now it flows without a single second thought. Everything they see is something that I brought. I don't chase the moment, I become the scene, living in a space that floats in between, where attention is a nest. It just appears like a quiet truth dissolving all their fears. Every glance becomes a line, every second redefined. And before they understand, I've already changed the plan. Glass reflections show 1,000 shifting forms, each one shaped by different silent storms. But I walk straight through them all the same, never losing balance in the game. They might try to label what they see, but nothing here was built to fit a key. It's a frequency, a subtle state of mind, something felt but never clearly defined. If tomorrow takes it all away, leaves no trace of what I made today, still the energy will find its place, living on in time and space. I don't chase the moment, I become the scene, a living echo in between. And even when the lights grow dim, the memory will still begin. fabric not designed, but something deeper still. A quiet kind of power shaped by iron will. The floor reflects a version slightly out of phase, like I exist between 1,000 different ways to be perceived, to be defined, to be confined. But I dissolve those edges every single time. No signal given, still they turn, like something in the dark begins to burn. No introduction needed in this place. Recognition lies beyond the face. I move like gravity rewrites its rules, turning silence into hidden jewels. Every step becomes a subtle shift, every glance a quiet lift. No stage, no frame, no guiding light. Still I dominate the night, and long after I'm gone from view, the air remembers something new. They try to map the angles of my stride, but something always slips and won't align. Because what they see is only just a trace of something moving far beyond this space. I learned to build a presence out of air, out of empty rooms and echoes of a stare. Now every motion holds a deeper tone, the language that was always mine alone. Not made for fitting in a line, not shaped to follow any sign, just a current moving free in a space they cannot see. I move like gravity rewrites its rules, breaking every shape they choose. And even when the moment ends, the feeling quietly extends. Soundless music pulses in my chest, not a beat but something more expressed. A vibration spreading through my veins, breaking all the subtle chains. I let it guide the way I turn, let it shape the way I burn into something undefined, yet completely intertwined. I become the unseen sound that exists without a ground. Every motion, every flow comes from something I don't know. And the deeper that I feel, the more it starts to heal. Parts of me I left behind in the corners of my mind. The world responds without a word, like it finally has heard what I never had to say, but expressed in my own way. Every shift creates a wave that begins to resonate through the space around my form, changing what was once the norm. This is more than what appears, more than moments, more than years. It's a current I embrace, flowing through all time. I become the unseen sound, infinite and unbound. And within that endless tone, I finally become my black silk shadows on a midnight floor. Every step opens a hidden door. Diamonds flicker but never stay. They only guide me on my way. The room is quiet but heavy with sound of unspoken thoughts that spin around. Eyes like knives but soft with need, watching every subtle lead. In the dark I come alive, where the quiet learns to thrive. No light needed, I define every edge and every line. I don't shine the way they do. I create a deeper view, where mystery becomes the art and silence plays the strongest part. Velvet echoes follow slow, tracing paths they'll never know. Every glance a hidden game, every face without a name. I move like smoke across the air, felt by all but never there. And when the moment fades away, they still remember how I stayed. Power isn't loud or bright. Sometimes it's the softest night, the kind that lingers in your mind long after it leaves you behind. In the dark I come alive, leaving traces I don't describe. And even when the lights return, it's my shadow that they learn. what was buried in the mind. And the softer that you go, the more the hidden starts to show. Nothing added, nothing lost. I transcend the outer gloss, and in quiet I become everything I was from. Soft velvet curtains in the scent of perfume, footsteps whispering through a gilded room. Crystal chandeliers tremble overhead, casting fractured halos where I tread. Every gaze lingers just a second too long, like they're trying to memorize a passing song. But I keep moving, calm and composed, letting curiosity remain undisclosed. A thousand cameras could flash at once, but none would capture this subtle nuance. The quiet strength in a tilted chin, or the storm of thoughts hidden within. I glide through rooms like a drifting flame, never asking anyone to know my name. Still the air seems to rearrange, as if my presence rewrites the range. From polished floors to velvet chairs, I leave a trail of silent stairs. And though I never say a word, my every motion still is heard. Hands brush lightly against cool glass, watching unfamiliar faces pass. They speak in smiles and coded looks, like characters stepping out of books. But in the mirror I catch my own eyes, reflecting truths and quiet lies. And for a second I almost laugh at how I've learned to play this path. I glide through rooms like a drifting flame, not chasing glory, not chasing fame, just moving through a painted frame. And somehow never feeling the same. Flashes burst like scattered lightning in the dark, trying hard to capture just a spark. But what they see is only just a trace of something moving far beyond this place. I don't pause, I never break a line, everything unfolding by design. Yet not a plan that I can explain, more like a feeling I maintain. They can freeze a single frame, they'll never hold the flame. It exists beyond the sight, in the shifting of the light. In the moment that they try, it dissolves and passes by, leaving only just a clue of something vast and never through. invisible mist. A soft vibration lives beneath the ground. Not a noise, but something like a sound that only resonates when I align with a deeper rhythm out of time. I follow not the beat, but what it hides, the subtle shift between the rising tides. And in that space I start to feel a form of presence fully real. Every movement carries hidden weight, not from force but something innate, a quiet certainty that grows in places no one else quite knows. I don't chase, I synchronize with a truth beneath disguise. Every motion, every breath moves beyond the edge of death. And the more I let it be, the more it flows naturally into something wide and clear that expands while I am here. They may see the outer shade I form, but not the calm beneath the storm, not the stillness in the core that opens up a hidden door. I walk through it without a sound, yet everything begins to turn around, as if the world adjusts its pace to match the shift I interlace. This is not a fleeting phase, not a spark that quickly fades. It's a current deep and slow that continues as I go. I don't chase, I synchronize, and in the truth I realize everything I thought I knew was just a shadow passing through. Soft lights falling on your face, like time decided to slow its pace. Every step you gently take feels like more than hearts can take. Silk and shadows intertwine, drawing patterns so divine, and the room begins to sway in a quiet, distant way. You don't speak, but I can hear every thought when you are near, like a melody so clear only certain hearts can hear. No spotlight, no grand display, still you take my breath away. In a world that moves too fast, you're a moment night, it feels so true. Every step belongs to you. You don't speak, but I can hear every time you draw me near. And even when the night is gone, that feeling will still live on. City lights, city lights spill across the glass like liquid gold. Engines hum in rhythm with the stories never told. I step out slow, let the silence draw the line. Every heartbeat syncing perfectly with time. Crown on my head, yet the room shifts when I move. Like gravity forgot what it was meant to prove. Eyes tracing every thread, every fold that I wear. But it's the confidence they feel drifting through the air. Marble floors reflect the version I designed. Not perfection, just a vision redefined. Every second stretches longer than it should, turning fleeting moments into something understood. No introductions, no names in the dark, just reflections chasing every spark. Footsteps echo down the endless hall, and for a moment I feel taller than them all. I walk like the night was made for me, like the skyline bends to let me breathe. Every shadow follows where I go, leaving whispers in a silver glow. No applause, no cameras in sight. Still, I own every inch of the light. Moments fade, but the feeling stays, etched in the silence of these hallways. Mirrors multiply the versions of my face, each one carrying a different kind of grace. Fabric catching in a hidden breeze, like it's dancing to a song nobody sees. People talking lower tones behind my back, but admiration hides in every crack. And though they try to look away, their eyes return before they even choose to stay. I remember nights I almost lost my way. Now those doubts just fade into display. Maybe tomorrow I'll be just another name, but tonight the air remembers how I came. Through doors that once were closed and cold, now opening wide as the night unfolds. I walk like the night was made for me, like the skyline bends to let me breathe. Every step becomes a memory, a moving piece of living artistry. Concrete floors and painted walls, city rhythm in my calls. Every step a beat I choose, nothing here I need to prove. Loose threads dancing in the wind, like the chaos from within. Street lights blinking overhead, Graffiti whispers from the brick. Stories moving fast and quick. Every corner holds a spark, lighting up the urban dark. People pause but never speak, like they're searching what I seek. But I've already found my tone, the rhythm I've grown. This isn't noise, it's something real, a coded way the streets can feel. And if you listen close enough, you'll hear the beauty in the rough. I don't follow, I create. Every moment elevates, and even when I disappear, my energy stays right here. Neon reflections ripple across the rainy street. Puddles turning every step into a flashing beat. My shadow stretches long beneath the glowing signs, like a silent witness to these unwritten lines. Engines roar and fade, but I keep a steady pace, carrying a calm expression on my face. Strangers glance, then glance again, trying to decide exactly where I've been. I don't need a stage to be seen. Every sidewalk turns into a scene, from the crosswalk lights to the midnight air. There's a story in the way I wear confidence, like a second skin. Not loud but impossible to dim. And even when the crowd moves on, the echo of my steps lives long. Lives long. Wind pulls gently at the hem of my coat, like the city itself wants to take note. Street lights flicker in perfect sync with the rhythm of thoughts I barely think. No one knows the nights I spend alone, practicing a walk I could call my own, learning how to turn a simple stride into something people couldn't hide. It's not about the labels or the price, it's the quiet courage in the eyes, the way you hold your head up high, even when no one asks you why. I don't need a stage to be seen. Every sidewalk turns into a scene, and when tomorrow comes around, my footsteps will still haunt this town. There's a rhythm in the way the room exhales, like anticipation riding on invisible rails. Every corner holds a fragment of a gaze, caught between admiration and a daze. I move slowly like I'm bending time itself, not performing for a crowd or for myself, just existing in a state This is coming from the heart, something deeper than a trend, something that will never end. I let the moment breathe through me, set the quiet energy free, and long after I am gone, it continues moving on. Spotlights burning through the haze, every step ignites a blaze, heartbeat matching every beat, power rising from my feet. Crowds are blurred into a wave, but it's not their eyes I crave. It's the moment in between, where I become something unseen. Step, turn, let it flow. Feel the energy below. Every move is stable and clear. This is why I'm standing here. No hesitation, no disguise. Fire dancing in my eyes. And with every step I take, I define what I create. Music pulses through my veins, breaking all the silent chains. Every second stretched so wide, like a universe inside. Lights may fade and curtains fall, but I've already felt it all. In that space where time stands still, and the world bends to my will. This is more than just a show, it's a truth I've come to know, that within each step I find a reflection of my mind.